been a while since I've done a video with my glasses on, and I'm sorry if there's any glare. I can't put on my contacts today, like they irritate my eyes too much. So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be that part 2 of my haul from last week. I originally actually filmed the whole thing, but it was just too long, like way too long. So I'm just dividing it up into 2 sections. This second part is going to be author event books. So these are mostly pre-orders, a couple of books that I bought at the events or for the events for the authors that I was going to see, as well as a couple of birthday gifts because my birthday was last week and I got a few gifts that I want to share with you guys. So the first book is a pre-order slash author event book, and this is The Beauty of Darkness by Mary E. Pearson. This is the third and final book in the Remnant Chronicles, which is a trilogy. Mary E. Pearson actually came to my area a little while ago and I went and she was lovely. This is also the event where I met Hannah, 4 o'clock reader. She's absolutely lovely. I actually met her recently again at another event. I'll get into that. Obviously I don't really want to go into too much detail about this one because it is the final book in a trilogy. I don't want to get spoiled for anything, so I'm not even like looking at the synopsis. I really do wish that I had already read this, but it's kind of huge and I've been kind of not reading a lot lately. So you know, big books like this are just not an option for me right now, unfortunately, but I'm hoping to read it soon. Also, I got an influencer box today with some long wear lipsticks. I'm wearing one of them today. I swatched both of them on my arms because I wanted to see what they look like, and they're just very, very long wearing and I can't get them off my arm. So if you're wondering what this is, it's that it's the lip stain. I'm gonna have to use like some sort of oil or something to get them off. Just a heads up for that. Next author event that I went to was for the release of A Torch Against the Night. I love meeting Sabaa again. I actually met her previously for the Penguin Teens on Tour event, but this event was just for her, for the release of Torch, and I loved hearing her speak. If you have not read An Ember in the Ashes yet, highly, highly recommend it. I am a little sad though because she did actually mention that the third book is getting pushed back until 2018 because she really wants to work on it. She wants to make it really great. So it's been pushed back, which it's fine. I'm fine. No big deal. It's fine. But anyway, another one that I really don't want to say too much about, other than if you have not picked up An Ember in the Ashes yet, highly, highly recommend it. This I have yet to read again, but I really, really want to. Oh, and I also have an ARC of this, so huge, huge thank you to Penguin Teens on Goodreads. They contacted me and they asked me if I wanted to get an ARC, and I said of course I do. I got it signed by Sabaa. I got both of them signed. Next up, I went to see Ransom Riggs and Tahereh Mafi, and I got all of my books signed except for I don't actually own the bind up of the novellas. It's because I only really read the one from Warner's perspective, and then after the second book, I really didn't care to read from Adam's perspective, to be honest. So I just never bought the bind up and I didn't really feel the need to buy the bind up. However, what I did buy was Unravel Me because I didn't have my own copy. I actually borrowed it from the library. And then after that, I really wanted my own copy, but the price never dropped. So I just decided to buy this at the store for the event. And I picked up Furthermore by Tahereh Mafi, which is her newest book. This is a middle grade book about a girl named Alice who lives in this world where color is everything. Color is currency, and when she is born without any color. I believe this depicts like the journey of finding her father because her father goes missing, and she goes on this journey to try to find him, try to figure out what's going on, and da 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 da, you know, adventure, fun, beautiful writing, of course, because this is Tahereh Mafi. I'm super, super excited to read this. Also, guys, this is just beautiful. Like, it's so stunning. Next up, I went to see Kasie West at an event recently. She writes super adorable, fluffy, feel-good, really fast, kind of romantic YA stories. I've been completely loving it. So I picked up a few of her books. Funnily enough, the first one I'm going to talk about is the only one I haven't read yet. It is The Distance Between Us by Kasie West. I meant to read it for her event. I just never did. This one is one that I actually borrowed from the library, but I didn't have my own copy, so I bought a copy for the event so that she could sign it, and it is On the Fence by Kasie West. Absolutely adorable. Again, all of Kasie West's stories are very cute, fluffy, fast reads. I do highly recommend this one as well. However, my favorite out of all the Kasie West books that I've read so far is actually her newest release, which is P.S. I Like You. I'm a complete and total sucker for the like enemies to lovers trope. Have always been. I probably always will be. You can't control what you love, guys, and this definitely had that element in it. It's cute. It's my favorite. Highly, highly recommend this one. And of course, I got it signed and she was absolutely lovely and I was actually able to have a conversation with her. Okay, tangent, but this needs to be said because it's something that I'm actually proud of myself for. I am the most socially awkward person ever. Like, ever. I can't help it. And especially when I meet authors, like, I can't. I just physically can't. But I feel like now that I've started to go to more events, I'm slowly getting more comfortable like actually talking to them and like talking to other people. I mean, I'm still awkward and weird, but I feel like I'm getting a little better. So the fact that I was like able to have conversations with like these authors, it's a huge deal for me and it's something that I'm actually pretty proud of myself for. Just know that if you ever meet me IRL and I'm very weird, it's me. I'm just weird. I can't socialize as well as I would like to, but yeah, these authors were all lovely and I'm getting better at it, guys, which I'm proud of myself for. I don't know why I felt the need to say that, but anyway, moving on to the next book, which is technically a fall release, but you know what, fuck it, I'm just sneaking it in here because I feel like I might end up forgetting about it if I leave it until later. This is Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. Had this pre-ordered for months. I went to the event and I got it signed at the event. This book is just stunning. It's beautiful. It's red pages like together with Six of Crows, which I actually have over on my bedside because I'm actually currently reading it right now. But guys, I'm not even that far into Six of Crows and oh my god, I love the characters already. Like already. I'm like what, 50 pages in maybe, and I'm already obsessed with Kaz and Inej, and it's like I've only read 50 pages and I'm already so much into these characters. Like, what is my life going to become after I finish this damn book? I don't even know, but I'm loving every second of it and I really need to read it soon. I really, really want to read it. I just haven't been able to. Story of my life. This is also the event where I ran into all these people who were amazing and lovely, and again, I'm sorry for being a little weird and very huggy. I feel like I'm very huggy in person. If you can't tell, it's Brandon, Joyce, and Hannah. I'll leave their channels linked up here for you guys, but they were absolutely lovely. I love this event so much. I ended up getting a seat like right at the front and it was just the most amazing experience of my life. I think that may have been my favorite author event to date. But anyway, this book is stunning, it's beautiful, and I can't wait to read it. Now it's time for my birthday gifts. So the first one is from my mother. This is actually a very early birthday gift, but she bought it for me and it is The Cursed Child. I still haven't read it. Mostly because, well, one, I was just fucking terrified, let's be honest. Two, I was also kind of waiting for the hype to die down. I don't think I've been spoiled really for this. I've heard a couple things. I've scrolled really quickly through a couple things, so those things I don't even know if they are true or if I just kind of like read them wrong as I was like speed scrolling through my Twitter and Tumblr and stuff. For the most part, I feel like I'm going in blind to this, so I'm very, very excited to read it. I just haven't read it yet. Next up, these two aren't technically birthday gifts, but I'm kind of taking them as birthday gifts because I'm very weird when it comes to like receiving gifts from people. That's something that I'm not used to, so I always get very weird and awkward when people offer to give me stuff. But anyway, so Madeleine contacted me a little while ago around the time when I was reading Confess, and she asked if I wanted to have a couple of her Colleen Hoover books. She wasn't going to read them anytime soon. She didn't really just want them hanging around her bookshelves, and she asked me if I wanted them. So she actually sent me two of them. The first of which is November 9, which is not her newest release, but like the one before her newest release. This, as far as I know, is about a girl and a guy who decide to meet every November 9th or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but Colleen Hoover books, I find them to be very addictive. Like, even if I do have certain issues with certain things in the books, I still get very drawn in and I fly through them. So I'm very, very excited to read this. And then she also sent me Ugly Love, which I feel like this is arguably Colleen Hoover's most popular book. I feel like this is the one that I hear talked about and like kind of like love the most out of all of her books. But I'm excited to read this, even if I am pretty sure I'm gonna cry, because I feel like that is the general consensus when it comes to this book, that it does kind of break your heart, which is one of the reasons why I have been putting it off for so long. I'm not gonna lie, you guys know I'm not a huge fan of like tear-jerky books. Tear-jerky? You know what I mean. I'm not a huge fan of tear-jerker books, but I need to read this. I need to read this soon. So these are the 2 books that Madeleine sent me. Huge, 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 huge thank you. I really appreciate it. These 2 are lovely and I can't wait to read them soon. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Last, but certainly not least, is a gift that I got from Ilse. You guys know Ilse. I talk about Ilse all the time. She sent me this for my birthday. I may have cried a little bit. It was a very sensitive week for me, and earlier on that same week I cried for another like Harry Potter related surprise, so I was just a mess. She sent me Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. It's not the Chamber of Secrets. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, the illustrated edition. The second book just came out this week and I still hadn't bought the first one, and she sent it to me and it's beautiful. I already flipped through everything and it's stunning, and oh my god. It's so pretty. So these are my little birthday gifts. Again, huge, huge thank you to Madeleine and to Ilse. I love these so, so much, guys. I love these so, so much. I would thank my mother too, but my mom doesn't watch my videos, so I'd already thanked her in person. That is finally it for my summer book haul. These are all the books that I picked up this past summer. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry if it was a little long. I feel like because it's been a while since I've kind of been filming regularly, now when I sit down to film I just kind of like let go and I can't control myself. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed it, and that is going to be it for this video. I will see you guys next time. Bye guys! Today's video is going to be my summer book haul. I'm going to share all the books that I picked up within the last like maybe 3.5 months.